world, welcome back to another Business CTF 2022 Dirty Money Write-Up video. In this video, we'll be walking through the forensics challenge, Lina's Invitation. Let's get into it. A CEO of a startup company reported that he could no longer access his password vault. It seems the password has been changed, but he states not to have done so. He reports receiving a birthday invitation to a paintball party the last week. A few days later, his Italian friend told him that her email had been hacked and never sent out those birthday invites. He fears his lost password might have something to do with that birthday invite. Their SOC team confirmed their assumptions by admitting that this document escaped their attention and did not trigger any alert. Now they want us, Enigma, to analyze the provided network capture they took on the day and the document sent via his friend's email. Alright, so I will tell you before getting started, this flag is split up into 3 parts. So I'll be showing you part 1, then part 2, and then part 3. Now, you can run OLE-VBA on this document and it won't come back with anything. There's no macros inside of it, okay? I don't know if it was removed or what, but there's no macros, so this is purely investigation. But we're going to start off with the PCAP-NG file. And we're going to look at our protocol hierarchy, and we'll see that there's a HTTP being used, of course. And so we're going to, well, let's take a look at the data first. Okay, so there might be something here. So let's go ahead and follow HTTP stream. So get Windows Update HTML. Interesting. And then we have some JavaScript here that clearly probably is not a Windows update. So what are we going to do? We're going to grab those values, if I can, and we're going to pop that into CyberChef. And there's no need to remove the percents because CyberChef will do that for us. And let's go ahead and maximize that just so we can see it better. And you'll notice we have some base 64. Awesome. Now you can spend time looking through all this and decoding it if you want to, but what we're interested in is this final line of base 64 down here. I think, if I'm remembering that correctly. And we're just going to open up a new CyberChef window and paste that in and do from base 64. And then of course we want to remove the null bytes. And there you go. There's part 1 of the flag. HTTP 0 days are cool, but... Okay, so now we're going to move on to part 2 of the flag. And for that, we need to go back to our birthday invite doc. Now, you can open this if you want to. There's no macros, and that's fine. And you'll notice, yeah, this is the birthday invitation. But who really cares about that when we can just simply change the extension to... Actually, we don't even need to change the extension. We can just simply right-click our options, 7-zip, open archive, and we can just drag and drop all the good stuff into our folder here. Now, I believe, was it under... Yeah, okay, so under Word, then rels, you'll find this random document.xml.rels file. And if you open it up, you'll notice that there's a Windows Live Updater.com link right here. And it says P2 equals something. Now this is very interesting, of course, because remember, the first part was a Windows Live Updater.com link. If you try going to this link, however, in fact, I can show you, you'll probably just get rickrolled. Yeah, you get rickrolled. Let me close that before I get copyrighted. All right, anyways. So we need to come back here, and even though you get rickrolled, if you just take this first part out, right? And we'll just go ahead and duplicate this window. If we base 64 decode that string, you get full Lina has. And that makes sense because it says part 2 equals full Lina has, right? So there's our second part of the flag. Now on to the third part, which is the final part. We need to go back to our Wireshark file. Let me close that. And if I remember right, do I still have my protocol hierarchy open? Yeah, here we go. There should be some SSH packets being transmitted, so let's apply that as a filter. And we're going to follow the TCP stream there. And if you go down one, so at TCP stream 4, you're going to find some interesting, like a command log, right? And you'll find that the hacker or whoever found this notes.txt, which has the person in question, I forgot his name, oh, I guess it's Alex, Alex's email password and password vault password, okay? Now, these aren't very important because what's really important is these base64 commands here. So let's go ahead and take these and we'll go ahead and reduplicate this tab again, just in case we have to go back to the other ones. And you'll notice that there's some kind of obfuscated, scrambled PowerShell here. So let's go ahead and duplicate the tab again. And we're going to grab the other base64 string that was in here. All right. Oops. I'm going to do that. Oh, I can't. There we go. And paste that in. All right. Now what are we going to do? Well, we're going to see if one of these pops out the third part of our flag. So I have a solve.ps1 script already written here. And grab this one. Now remember, what you're not going to want to do is execute any of this, right? So we need to take out the executable bits of it. So IEX, for example, is an executable bit, so let's get rid of it. Dot space is also an executable bit, and you'll find that this invcom spec portion right here, which we can just paste here, is also IEX. So let's get rid of that as well, okay? Now then, we have two strings here, and let's comment out the first one. And let's just see if, oh, I didn't actually pull open the solve.ps1 script I had before. That's fine. We can just go back here and then save it as the same thing. Yep. All right. So now let's run it. And this says set MP preference, disable real-time monitoring, true. All right. So that's not going to be the third part of our flag, so maybe the second one is. And if we try running it, you'll notice it errors out. And it errors out because there's something wrong with the formatting, right? A format error. So all I did was I removed this last formatting bit right here because I thought that might be what's causing the issue. And you want to keep all the parentheses the same, I think. And if we run it again, there we go. We have part 3 been patched. So that's the third part of our flag. All right, so let's compose the entire flag and submit it. So we'll grab all the pieces. HTTP, 0 days are cool, but is our first piece. And then we got to get our second piece, which is Lina has. And then finally our third piece, which has been patched. For those of you who don't know, WinPs, if you saw in the PowerShell here, is a way to elevate privileges inside of Windows. Same with linps, or it gives you kind of some attack vectors to look at, or possible attack vectors to look at. So let's go ahead and paste that. All right, so the full flag is 0 days are cool, but Lina has been patched. And if we submit it, we got it. All right, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comment section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.